So here I am at long last at one of the most famous haunted homes in the UK, here in Pontefract, Yorkshire. We've got the toilet, which I think I'm going to need quite often tonight. We come round and we have the infamous coal room. Our people have actually been locked in here. The door has just slammed on them. So yeah, we'll be giving this a go tonight. But yeah, very, very creepy. And then we come into the next room on the ground floor. And this is like a room, like a little shrine, showing all the pictures that have been caught and bits of information. Look at that. There's a film that was based on this house called When the Lights Went Out. That was created by Bill Bungay, who actually owns this house as well. If you get a chance, do watch that film. Then we've got some other pictures. I recognise that face. That's Jean Pritchard. She actually lived here with her husband Joe Pritchard and the two children, Diane and Philip. And of course, all the activity was centred around Diane, the young girl. And that's one of the most famous pictures. Seen that all over the internet. A shadow caught on the stairs. So hopefully we can get a bit of evidence tonight. So we're coming to the kitchen. Now, this is where all the activity started for the Pritchard family, when a fine layer of chalk seemingly hovered from the centre of the room and fell to the ground. Couldn't be explained. And also pools of water have been seen forming on this floor. And many objects have been thrown around. And this is an interesting notice above the fireplace, which reads, "Mystery of the keys. One morning, as Jean Pritchard was kneeling in front of the kitchen fireplace, a cascade of keys fell from the chimney above, some of them hitting her on the head. Jean counted the keys and found there were 19 in total. Fred, it seemed, had collected every key in the house, and it was not until they were sorted that she found there was one large old key left. Jean never identified the key, and she still has it to this day." And so this is the living room. Very creepy again. Just those chairs, you know what I mean? You know, if they start rocking away, then yeah, I will be crapping myself. Then again, it'd be good evidence. So bring it on. But yeah, this is the couch. Now this couch here, for the paranormal enthusiasts, you may have watched Most Haunted with Evp Fielding and Carl Beatty. And this is when they went out of the room, walked around, came back to the room not long after, and there was a knife hanging out of that chair. I think it was somewhere here. That would be terrifying. But I've heard some stories about the knife just appearing on the stairs. So that isn't a one-off. That's actually happened a few times. But yet again, some of these items have just been put in here for sure. That guy there is actually Joe Pritchard. He was the husband of Jean that lived here. Now, he actually died here on this property. I feel sorry for the guy. I think he'd been out and he come back and he passed away upstairs in the bathroom area. Now these stairs, oh my, there's been so many stories of apparitions. You saw that picture earlier on of the shadow. But there's been, a lot of stories. Apparently Diane Pritchard, who lived here, got dragged up these stairs by her hair by some unseen force. And also that clock at the top there, that fell down the stairs, seemingly pushed down and shattered. That is not the original clock. But yeah, that could easily fall down. But yeah, let's see if we get anything from this camcorder tonight. Hopefully we do. But there's, the things that happen in this house are crazy. A lot of poltergeist activity, mainly like marbles just appearing on the floor. So let's go up the stairs. It's amazing, just the detail. A lot of original features. Not sure by them curtains, but yeah. And these tiles are so weird, pink. Now apparently, green ooze has been seen coming out of these taps, even when the taps weren't switched on. Imagine that. This is where Joe met his end. Into Diane's bedroom. This makes me laugh. The actual bed is metal, solid, because apparently the original bed, which was wooden, was smashed to bits by some unseen force. Wow, it must have some power to do that. And then we've got Philip's bedroom. Philip was the son, of course. Every floorboard creaks in this place, so I've got to be very careful not to just jump to conclusions. But yeah, pretty cool with the old TV, the Beatles poster, Osmonds. Bibles, other books. What have we got here? Fairies album. Bit of light reading. Eagle Annual 1962. Wow. Wuthering Heights. Don't think I'll be reading tonight. There's been a lot of stuff happening in here. A lot of footsteps, which people have heard downstairs, even in here when they've been in here. Anyway, that's that room. Coming into the master bedroom, which is looking weird. Yeah, this is the room that I really don't feel comfortable in. Yeah, you get these weird dolls. Jesus. Yeah, we need your protection, mate. I mean, look at that. Another one here. Dolls just creep me out. Why little girls like them, I've no idea. But then again, there's meant to be the spirit of a few girls in this home. Got the mirrors. I just don't like mirrors either. Walking past. Another one over here. Another one over there. Another one there. No wonder I don't like this room. But I mentioned the marble earlier on, and this is where it was. I was just kneeling down here, and the marble flew across here and onto the floor. And I've put that marble back there now. It's not moved yet, but that definitely got thrown and banged on that glass. But still, you know, you still doubt yourself, thinking, is it just me thinking that? Did it actually happen? Typical, it wasn't on camera. So yeah, this area's got a weird vibe. It's like, I don't know, you get this headache, feel a little bit out of breath. A lot of people say that, and now I get it. You can imagine coming round here with the lights off and night vision on. It's going to be a lot of fun. What the hell is that doll? Yep. Creepy as hell. Now, this angle is where people have seen something in the mirror. I'm not too sure, but yeah, yet another mirror. I think we'll start with an EVP session in the main room, lounge. Is Joe still here? Do you miss the Pritchard family? Diane, Philip, Joe and Jean. What do you think to me being here? Were you here before this home was built? Do you know my name? Was that you who tapped upstairs? Let's play that back. Is anybody here? No further voices were heard in this segment after reviewing the EVP session, but the tap at the beginning after calling out, "Do you know my name?" was compelling. Okay, nothing on that EVP, but it's only just the start. See the mist that comes down from the right to the left. Is this dust? Is it a reflection? I'm not too sure. Do you remember the Pritchard family? Listen for the knock in response. Do you remember the Pritchard family? The noise is loudest in the living room. Is Joe still here? Listen out for the knock in response. Is Michael here? What is this noise? You can also hear it in the bedroom. Well, I think I heard a few things, but again, I have to clear it up later on the laptop, see what I get. Okay, let's do an EVP session in Diane's room. Is anybody here right now? Was that you who tapped? Do you remember Diane? Do you remember Diane? Say yes if any of these people are here. Joe. Michael. Fred. So you may have heard me say the name Michael a few times. I've been told that Michael is one of the spirits in this place. Said to be about 7 foot tall. You can also hear this clatter sound downstairs, although not ruling out that it could be next door. Said to be about 7 foot tall. It's eerily quiet inside. Very few taps. EVP session, master bedroom. Is there anyone here? If so, can you tell me your name? Let's play it back. If so, can you tell me your name? Listen for the tap in response. Do you remember any paranormal groups that have come in to investigate? EVP session, Philip's room. Is there anyone by the name of Michael here? Is Joe here? Is Joe here? Notice an orb go towards the door handle on the left. Let's play this back. Will you be showing yourself on one of the camcorders scattered around the house? Notice the orb above the EVP recorder. And again in slow motion. Okay, let's do an EVP session in the bathroom. What is this anomaly? Is it a strand of hair? Some dust? What's strange about this is the solid nature of this anomaly, almost like a part manifestation, and see how it goes down the stairs, which makes it even more bizarre. EVP session, bathroom. Is anybody here? Is anybody here? And again, you can hear it from the bottom of the stairs, the tap on the mirror. I heard that. Did you just tap that mirror? Joe, are you still here? Do you still live in this house? Finished EVP sessions. I didn't hear anything outright on them, but there could well be something on there if I clear it up a bit more. So weird in here. Typical horror movie style. Oh dear, it's getting a little bit chilly. What time is it? 11 o'clock. I think it's time for a bit of night vision. Gonna switch off the lights. Now, if you look up to the top of the glass door to the left, you'll see like orbs that are floating past. Plus there's this flashing near the wooden chairs. I find this orb strange in the way it moves from left to right, down and back up again. Now this really freaks me out when I turn around and the camcorder switches off by itself. Now bear in mind that this camcorder has been fine all night. The battery is nearly full and there's no standby. Watch this light move away from me. Okay. My camera just switched off by itself. So that's what you can see. That's dazzling actually, that infrared. But when I turn night vision off, this is what you see. Nothing over there. When I switch it on. What's weird though is this camera got switched off by itself upstairs. He actually physically switched off for some of the marbles that I've left around. I'll leave it to you. Is anybody here? Is anybody here? I know you can make that chair rock if you want to. I've not heard anything yet. But watch as an orb appears from the left. The camera switching off by itself is very bizarre. And then a series of flashes. But maybe still an explanation. A logical explanation. That is Joe Pritchard. The man that lived here was the husband to Jean, father to Diane and Philip. I'm sure if he passed away in this house that he's still here. Watch as this orb travels from the top right across to the left. Watch as this orb appears followed by a noise. It's all very quiet. Watch the left door. It's all quiet. Now what's interesting about this orb in the doorway is that it goes to the master bedroom again. Now look to the bottom left of the stairs. An orb appears, followed by one that goes straight down the centre, followed by a creak too. Now we're going to watch this scene again, see the anomaly in the bottom left, followed by something that goes down the centre of the stairs with that creak sound. That is the bit that is most compelling, almost like someone is walking down the stairs. This is a good one, as an orb shoots across the cupboards to the right and then goes down at a right angle and then again across. This is very odd. Now look at the angle of this orb from the ceiling across the room. And again in slow motion. Look how it turns, and look how bright it is. This orb that goes across the top of the cupboards has weird movement. And again, almost identical. How weird is this? If anybody is here, if you can speak into the camcorder in front of me. And once again, I'm alerted to a noise, a knocking sound. Coincidence with a noise in the bedroom too? An orb goes up towards the handle to the door on the left, and then there's a flash in the middle. Pay attention to the left arm of the sofa. You see this orb go around the curvature of the arm, which makes it even more strange. Can you make a noise for me? Listen out for the loud knock. I'm on the other side of the house with no neighbours. Can you make a noise for me? Make that rocking horse move, if you can. Cool, I heard a tap. Can you tap again? An orb flies from the light switch. Something else flying into the master bedroom. How can this be so repetitive? What's going on here? Michael, are you here? Now this orb is different as it floats down the cupboard door. Things have happened in here where the door's been shut on people. Stuff thrown around. And just before I turn the lights out and I'm in the coal shed, a orb floats up from the wooden chair and goes left across the doorway and flashes as it does so. EVP coal shed. Is anybody here? Look in the bottom right hand corner. An orb appeared very fast. Now watch again in slow motion, you may have missed it. As I move the EVP recorder, the orb appears. Nothing else is heard on this EVP recorder, which is really frustrating. I expected more. An orb moves towards the door handle on the left. Watch as an orb floats into the room as I move around. Like it has intelligence. Watch this orb flying from the kitchen. Alright everyone, just having a quick break. So far, not much in the way of activity. How can this be happening again? Another orb coming in from the kitchen, flashing. I've got the EVP in this hand. In my hand right here is a device that you can talk into if you wish to do so. Would you like to say hello? Now listen to the tap in response. Did you just tap near the TV? Would you like to say hello? Again, you can hear the tap from this camcorder. Did you just tap near the TV? You can see that I'm looking around, wondering where this noise is coming from. Look out for the orb that appears from left to right, top of the screen. And then, as that tap occurs, a light to the right. Did you just tap near the TV? Those noises make no sense as I'm sat still. I'm sure things are happening now over the taps. And talking of things happening. I'm sure things are happening now over the taps. Are you right here? What's your name? Can you see the flurry of orbs which appear before I ask my next question from the room? What's your name? Can you do another tap for me? Can you do another tap for me? Watch the orb shoot from the left. Is that in response? End of EVP. Temperature's jumped up. It was 20. Bang on 20, it's gone up 1.5 degrees. In what? 10 minutes? If you missed that, see the orb go down towards my back. And again in slow motion as I'm talking about the temperature being increased. But at this time of night, does it really get warmer? I don't think so. So that is quite strange. Things seem a bit more interesting. There's been a few taps, bangs, temperatures increased. We'll see what happens. Watch this orb appear from the radio on the piano. Watch this come out of the wall on the right hand side. And as I'm sorting out the camcorder in the bathroom, you see more orbs come from the right hand side. And again from the radio on the piano. Okay, all cameras back up and running. Lights back off. Look to the left. The movement of this orb is weird. Also the flashes. think what I'm going to do now is bring those trigger objects, the small light up balls, and put them in this room. So we put them here in the room instead. That's why I keep hearing more strange noises down here. So put the temperature meter near them as well. Did you see that light up? And again. In slow motion you can see that nothing had triggered, even when I turned away, until I looked back and noticed one was lit up. These are not overly sensitive, so this is unexplained. I thought, surely that there. What I'll do is I will put them in the doorway. Time to switch the lights off again. Absolutely pitch black. Please, can you make these move or light up? Now watch this light come from the left on the wall. (2:30 AM). If anybody's there, please can you make these objects light up? And on cue. And once again something appears magically on command. Look near the door, which has a weird movement and seems to be in response to the EVP recorder. And there it is again. You want to move these into another area in this house? Still waiting for these trigger objects to do something. And there's a knock that was loud enough for me to look around, and again here from this angle. I can't explain the flashing next to the door, And again. I wonder, is that going to come down? And again, this weird flashing from the right hand side, which slowly goes across to the left. Please, give us a sign. Anybody up here? Look at the wooden chair on the right and the flash that appears and moves to the left. Again, with such brightness. It's the last part of the investigation. It's coming to about 3:30 in the morning now. The most active time, apparently. So, it's been pretty quiet. There's been a few weird things happen. But the last 2 hours could be eventful, so we shall see. Very tired now. And, yeah, needing some sleep, but I've got to see this one through. Is anybody here? And straight after I asked the question, is anybody here? A mist comes down from the centre. Do you remember Nick Groff from Paranormal Lockdown? Now look at the incredible timing of something flashing coming in from the left hand side. Or maybe Evp Fielding from Most Haunted. Do you remember Nick Groff? Now look at the timing of this orb in the middle that flashes. Is that the same thing that appeared in the last segment? And look at the top of the door when I ask the next question. Or maybe Evp Fielding. Impeccable timing. For Most Haunted. Feeling it now. Been chilled, I've been okay. It's weird. At the start, it was like, whoa, this is bad. Got used to it after a few hours. And then by 2 a.m, it's like suddenly I'm even more scared suddenly. And yeah, seems to get worse. So it's now about 3:30 in the morning. And it's said that most things happen at that time. Now this looks unusual. You'll see two orbs appear. Again, a theme that seems to play throughout the night. If anybody is here, please can you make a noise? This staircase is so creepy. So here I am, alone, at one of the most haunted places in the UK, if not the world, on a staircase where Diane was apparently dragged up, where things have come down. If someone could make a noise or a marble could be thrown, that'd be great. That would be enough for me. Does this look like a mist that goes into the doorway? Just a marble off the banister. Please make one fall off. Okay. Then when I've gone from here. Look just under the cupboard near the door as an orb appears from the door. Something shoots away from the top of me. Again, watch as something shoots away from behind me. Joe, are you here? Joe, if you're here, you can speak into this and pass on a message to your family. Is there anything that you want to say? Is there anything that you want to say? And you can hear that tap on this camcorder too, in response. Do you want me to leave the house? Look as an orb shoots to the right, followed by a noise. As I'm wondering what that was, that noise, see this orb that comes down from the ceiling and shoots across to the right. Now down to 19 degrees C. Watch the anomaly that flies past at lightning speed. Nearly 20 again. Again, what is this? That comes down and goes across. Look at the curtains. This temperature seems to be climbing a little bit, so I'm going to see if anything wants to manipulate this, see if it can increase the temperature. We're on 20.8 when we were on 19.5 not long ago. This is weird, as there's a flash in the right hand side door, which turns into a bigger orb moving across to the left. So that temperature has gone up markedly. So this is how dark it is in here at the moment. Yep. Imagine being in here this dark. I hear what sounds like a tap on glass, and it makes me look around. So this temperature is the most significant thing I found tonight. That it's increased on command, not by a massive amount, but still. It has 22.1 now. So it's gone a couple of degrees up in a short time span. So that's gone up nearly 3 degrees in like 20 minutes. And it's like 4:15, 4:30 in the morning. Is anybody here? Again, straight after I ask a question. It's getting late on now. It's approaching about 5 a.m. Surprisingly not as tired as I expected, like exhausted, but still very tired. But yeah, just pleased of being able to spend this much time in here. Very weird feeling. Big respect to anyone else out there that can do this. I think we'll do one more EVP session here. An orb appears from above the piano before I speak. Last EVP session in the lounge area. Asking one last time, is anybody here? Now look at this pinpoint flash that was seen in the bathroom earlier on. Do you like people visiting this house? Or do you dislike different groups coming to this house? How many spirits reside here? Can you give me one name or all of the names? Would you like me to come back again one day in future? End of EVP session. Let's have a listen back. Asking one last time, is anybody here? If so, speaking to this device. How many spirits reside here? Can you give me one name or all of the names? In the Look for this orb that comes from the kitchen and gets bigger as it goes to the right. Now there's a lot going on here. You see something go towards the socket above the oven. I've seen this quite a lot now. Is it something that's trying to gain some energy from the electrical source? Then there's this thing that goes across the cupboard, and again near the curtains. You see this flashing on the door in the same area, like it's not moving. What is that? Is anybody there? There seems to be most activity around this door and the cupboards. I wonder why. If so, can you show yourself on this camcorder? Look to the left of the piano. Now did you spot that? It was a shadow from the right hand side, going upwards and then down to the left. In normal time, very fast, but in slow motion, you can see it come here from the right again, up and then down to the left. Like a shadow, but with weird movement. Very bizarre. What do you think it is? So, the last Evp Session in this corridor, hallway, towards the stairs. Is there such thing as the Black Monk? Have you heard of the coronavirus? How long have you been here? Now this I find very intriguing. A light anomaly appears with the tap. How long have you been here? Keep hearing noises. And the EVP. What is your name? Yeah, did you remember? Have you heard of the coronavirus? You can see I look around as I hear that tap again. Now look to the right of the cupboards, something that moves to the left and goes round in a circular motion. Very unusual. Now look at the orb as I walk away, from the ceiling again and across the room. Now this is weird because something goes across the cupboard, then across to the left. This is what it looks like again. Pitch black. It's just getting after 5 AM. There's another tap here which makes me look around. And again you can hear it from this angle. See me turn around. as the anomaly darts towards the door. Now that sound is the camcorder on the worktop switching off by itself, and you can also hear it from this camera angle. Now this is the second time it's happened tonight. The battery life is quite full and there's no standby option, so this is very strange. Try this. At the same time as that tap, an orb appears. What are the chances? Something flies across screen at super lightning speed. There's a flash on the piano, which then moves up. Now you tell me what dust particle moves in that manner. Now this is strange movement from something near the bottles on the worktop, like a sharp turn. But it happens again, in a moment, near the ceiling, something with the same sharp movements. This is something very bright coming down from the ceiling towards the bottles. Tap on the door. Now, you might not be able to see it, but there's a pinpoint flash in the bathroom, similar to what we saw earlier on. Yet another tap that makes me look around. And again from this camera. So, it's now getting to daylight. As you can see out there. It's been an interesting investigation. I'm sure there's more activity other nights. But, I'm happy. I just heard a whistle. I wonder if it was caught on this camera. And the knock. You'll notice an orb come from the door to the right, just as I enter the kitchen, and then there's this flashing again, which I can't explain. So I've calmly just come downstairs. But just after I said I've had a good time, just as I was walking out of that master bedroom again, the same place. There was a whistle, like a... and then a banging. That little thing. It's made all the difference. And at that moment I've seen like a red flash, but it can't be seen on this footage underneath the cupboard. And I just saw a red flash over here. And what a coincidence, this should appear from the left. Just under those cupboards, I saw one red flash. Yet there's nothing there. And again, something else goes across the cupboards. That would create a red flash. As I'm talking about this, is that a sign? Look at this appear from the right as I move into the kitchen area. This is weird. If you look above the door, you see something dart towards me. See the random flashing on the piano. You see a flash on the wall on the right, which then appears on the door, followed by the lamp on the piano. And then again on the piano. Seems way too slow for a dust particle. Just as I'm wrapping up the investigation, an orb goes to the door and then down at a right angle. Daylight is here. And it is the end of the investigation. And I need a lot of sleep. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it and catch up with you soon. So with visual evidence in the form of mists, strange anomalies, shadows, flashes, and strange orbs with weird movements. Audio evidence in the form of taps, strange noises and knocks, cameras switching off by themselves, and trigger objects being set off. Putting together the audio and visual evidence, I do believe that this location is haunted by something hiding in the shadows. I need more, and maybe one day soon I will return to 30 East Drive.